Hi, my name is Kelly and this is the Quilty Sidekick YouTube channel. Today I'm speaking about EQ8. Is such a handy tool for designing quilts, and I've been using it since 2013. I checked my email when I purchased it, and it was actually EQ7 at that point. What I want to share today, and you want to take the designs that you've got and put them in actual patterns. It's a really easy thing to do. So you can bring them into Affinity Designer, make them vectors, and use those images in your quilt patterns. This workflow will give you professional looking covers. We'll explore how to explode the blocks, change colors really quickly, and even create a coloring in sheet as an extra or a bonus to your pattern. The steps for today's are if you actually have EQ8.
What we need to do is we've got our finished pattern in EQ8. So this is my Subway Steps pattern, and I've used the fabric from Leela Boutique. It's the berry and pine fabric. I've done my pattern. I am about to export it. To export it to PDF, what we need to do is actually do your print setup and put it to, instead of your printer, you want the PDF writer. Click on OK. We're on the print and export tab up here. I want to click on the quilt. It has brought it here. If you're wanting to edit the name, I'm going to remove the name anyway, so I'm not going to bother doing that. We're going to show, do want the fabrics. Everything is ticked, and I'm actually going to preview. So this is what I'm going to get. I've got it unnamed. This is the size of the quilt, and down the bottom it just says Project EQ8. I'm going to print that and it will be saving to my PDF folder. We know where it is. Now, this is my pattern so far. I'm pretty much nearly finished. I've just realized around this section, these two are supposed to meet, and I've just realized that they don't. I don't want any confusion, so I needed to redo. And that's why we're doing this page. So I'm just going to zoom out again. To edit my image in Affinity, I need to open it. I would open Designer, go open, then I'm going to find my PDF we just created, and it's seriously as easy as that. I've just removed all the words. I'm going to collect everything and I'm going to group that. Now I'm going to actually export this. So this particular one, I need two pictures. One will be for the front page, and I just need to correct that. And then the second one I'll use in my diagrams. We're just going to export as a PNG. We don't want the whole document. We want the selection only, and then export. And we'll save that steps folder. And we're just going to call this front page image. So that is using the actual fabrics from berry and pine is my front page until I get a real, a big one, which I'm working on. I go now into my publisher. I'm now going to move or select tool. I'm going to remove my old image, delete, and then I'm going to place the new one. So up in, just make sure we're in publisher. We are going to place an image which I put into my Subway Steps front page image. Open. I'm just going to do this. So I placed it. Now I'm going to maneuver it, go to the align tool, center it, and then we're going to go to our layers tool and pop it under, and I just want to make it as big as I did have it, so we'll just make it a bit bigger, center it again with the align, and that's that fixed up. The one I need to do is just this one. So this one sort of gives a bit of a diagram of how you set out the blocks, and I want that in a little bit of an exploding sort of style. So I'm going to go back to EQ8, grab my solid one, so right, open, and this is the correct one. Double click on that. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to go over to print and export. We'll go to quilt, so I can just print it. Now I've got the same quilt just in solids. I'm going to go back into my designer, open my solid one. So open. So that'll actually open in a completely different document. So that's my first one. This is my second one. What I want to do is remove these words. I don't want them in there. Now, because this one I want to be a bit of an explanation of how it comes together. So we want this to be a bit of an exploding block. I'm just going to move this binding down and going to grab this row and just bring it up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to group them. So we'll group each unit so I can get them to evenly space. So we just group each of those. I'm just going to pop the binding up a little bit and pull that over a section. I'm going to grab that row. We're going to align that to the bottom of the first selected, and then we're going to evenly auto distribute them. And I think that should be fine. Apply. And I think that move that down so it's a bit closer. So that's sort of how I've exploded this block. I've got the alternating blocks, so each second block is sort of reversed. So I'm just going to select all that, and then we're going to export as a PNG selection only. And do you see here it's got matte and it's got the red line between it? That means there's no background. And we will do subway step explode. Back into our actual pattern. I'm going to grab that one now because we don't need it, and I'm going to delete it. Now I'm going to place the PNG. I think that's it, and we'll just make that whatever size we can do that. Now you can see here, because my words are all filling in what images I've got there, I can click on this one, and we want just a square. I might make that a little bit more on. Okay, so my image is fixed up. When you have actually got this uploaded from your EQ8, I just want to show you, so we can zoom in here and uploaded that PDF file. If we just click down here, if you go over to your color picker, you can actually choose all these colors. You can change anything you want. Even though you have actually uploaded from your EQ7 in particular colors, you're not locked into those. Now we go on to this red. Let's select same fill color and let's turn them blue. How good's that? Let me just come back out. And that's changed everything of that color. So let's get our move tool, select tool, and this gray. We'll go to the select same fill color and change it to this lovely, another blue, pink. Oh, that looks good. Maybe not with the green, but now I'm just gonna do my picker so I can change this back to that color. And now I'm going to choose this color, do the same thing. We'll go select fill color. Let's see what color looks good. Ooh, I like the teal. Oh, that's nice too. See how easy it is to change some colors. Another tip you can do on our EQ8, and we click on export, we can do the quilt, and we want the outline drawing. So let's go preview. Now actually got a coloring in page. So while I'm doing this, I actually will print this one, open in my designer. So we'll open this one, and this is actually just the coloring sheet. So once again, I'm just going to click and remove all these names. I just want to put a text here in my font, subway steps. Put it at 64, and I've centered it back to publisher. I'll grab that, and that copying will go back into designer, control paste. I'm going to group them, then I'm going to center it, and that's it. Now I'm going to export as a PDF, full page. I've got everything there, export, and there's my little extra. So I've got coloring in page. Save. So that's done. If you've got EQ8 and you're using it, you're making quilt patterns, that is the easiest way to play with your designs and colors, just importing it into Affinity or Adobe. I'm sure Adobe does the same thing.
Okay, so now you've seen how to use the EQ8 images in Affinity and how well they work together. After learning how to bring those vectors in and manipulate them, it makes it a whole lot easier to do those patterns yourself. And even now you can just make a freebie. Don't forget to subscribe for more quilting tutorials. Check out my hub for my freebies, my website for my tools. Thanks for watching.